Your weekend edition is happening now. Time to talk about those stories making weather headlines. My name is Kasia Bodurka. I'm in for Natalie Thomas today. Like I mentioned, there's a lot to talk about because we have two systems that's making weather across the country. We've got one in the prairies that's bringing us a chance of thunder showers, and one in the east that's been pretty much a super soaker for some of us, and some people can still see some pretty wet conditions. So we'll talk about that very shortly. But first, with it being a brand new month, there are all sorts of wonders happening in the night sky. Here's Andrew Yee with that. Today we're closer to 14, so a 6-degree drop. That makes a difference. So it's feeling cold. And again, we've got more rainy weather upon you over the next 24 to even 48 hours for some of you through Quebec as this continues to push further east. So up to 70 millimeters of rain for some of us. Now the prairies, another system. To the other side of the country, some of us are seeing these thunder showers sparking up. Others are still seeing a mix of sun and clouds. So it is shifting. It is changing. Spark up or pop up in nature, these showers. And then tomorrow, much the same. Here's your cold front to the north. That's going to be dropping your temperatures too. Your warm front, along that front, you're seeing a chance of thunder showers as well. We just love the connection we have with our viewers during active weather because all sorts of people really begin to upload pictures to theweathernetwork.com, also on our Facebook page and on Twitter. Here's a look at some of the damage that happened in the GTA in the Greater Toronto area because of the really strong winds. We have down power lines. About 15,000 people were knocked off the grid, and in northern regions of Ontario, cottage country, about 5,000 people off the grid. Here's a look at some of the high tide. This is in Durham region, so a big thank you to you from Whitby for uploading this. And of course, the big story was also the localized flooding. 1 to 2 inches of rain could really wreak havoc at Union Station, causing major traffic delays. Now, who's going to be seeing the active weather next? Quebec. You are in the bullseye with greatest amounts. Southern Quebec, 70 millimeters. More to come.
Depot.
There's some instability in the west due to a warm front which is marching across the prairie provinces. Some of us are seeing light showers now, others just a mix of sun and clouds, but the instability is there, this air mass, so you could see a pop-up thunder shower throughout the day. As far as our rainfall totals go, we're looking at anywhere between 5 and 15 millimeters, anywhere central to northern regions of the prairie provinces, and the Atlantic looks like this, a little bit of a washout for some of us. Speaking of washout, here they go, those garbage bins. Who may see these kind of conditions? The answer to come.
Ball.
Halifax seems to be the only major city spared of the system along the east, so you could be using your transitions lenses there. And then across the prairies, it's looking quite great. Mind you, there is a trough that is crossing a whole area of low pressure, actually. And there we could see some spark up thunder showers. But in other parts, we could be seeing sunny skies. You could be using your sunglasses after all.